I'm Salona Carlisle, and this is another edition of the Everyday Bliss for the Modern Woman weekly transmissions, created for the woman who is wildly devoted to choosing herself and living her desired life now instead of waiting until later. Every woman deserves to feel exquisite in the skin she's in, to be madly in love with the life she's living right now, not just later, and to know how to live into the depth of fulfillment she was born for, no matter where she is on her journey, and whether there's a man in her life or not. But what so often happens for the women who come to me is that their default state has become one of waiting and sleepwalking through their days, rather than actually embodying their full aliveness. They're so focused on getting somewhere else and on what needs to happen before they will allow themselves to be happy, that they've forgotten how to be in their lives and in their bodies in a way that would allow them to actually receive the nourishment and the joy that they're chasing everywhere else. The truth is, you don't need to go to a different place or orchestrate different circumstances in order to find the richness you long for. But if you really want to experience more delicious pleasure in your body and more ecstatic delight and rapture in your life, you must create an opening through which they can enter. It then becomes a necessity rather than just an optional luxury to have the practices and the safe container that support you in thawing out the numbness of autopilot, that support you in unraveling the years of unconscious clenching and armoring, that support you in expanding your capacity to receive and feel deeply at home in your delicious body and to feel it as delicious, which is the only place you will ever be able to truly take life all the way in and to experience more pleasure and satisfaction on every level. It's your body. Knowing how to cultivate a profound suppleness, openness, and responsiveness in your body is what allows you to drink in the feast of each moment, to touch the exquisite rapture of being more fully alive, and to savor the ordinary in the same way you would the extraordinary. And this is what the practices of Tantra were designed to do. Release us from living in such a tightly confined form into a far more expansive and therefore ecstatic way of being, rather than one of transcendence and denial. Tantra is a path that requires us to inhabit our bodies more fully and to discover a total intimacy with life. And this is exactly why I created Radical Beauty, Tantra for the single woman. A deep dive into the empowering world of the sensuous and the sacred to guide you back into the sweetness of life and back into the sweet center of your embodied wholeness and sensual radiance, so that woman can experience the deep embodied change that empowers them to create the experience of life they desire, no matter what circumstances may be. To reclaim their pleasure body and run more sensual aliveness through their entire life. And then to transform being single into a sacred initiation, into their own illumination and erotic awakening. It's true that a loving partner can open you up, but only to the degree that you are already open. So just remember that all of this is completely available, exactly where you are, without needing to go anywhere else, without needing circumstances to be any different than they are. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to learn more and receive my free ecstatic feminine embodiment meditation, go to salonacarlisle.com. I offer a variety of ways into this work, so if you know you want to dive deeper into living more everyday bliss and becoming that woman who is wildly devoted to living her desired life now instead of later, you can also request a free consult at salonacarlisle.com/discover. And together we can find the perfect way into this work for you.